Hello, welcome to my channel, WingSpiritualClarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a love reading for the collective, so welcome. I am going to be looking at your wants in a relationship, their wants in a relationship, your differences, your similarities, emotional compatibility, physical compatibility, and mental compatibility, as well as some possible outcomes and messages. So, collective, your wants in the relationship. Wow. 3 of Swords, solitude and isolation. There are a lot of swords in this. In your romantic connection right now, both of you, it looks like, are very much in your mental body. So from 3 of Swords, I'm getting that you have a very strong need for truth, for loyalty. Feels like you might have might be healed from being put in a third-party situation, and it feels like what you really want out of a connection is to give to someone and they give back to you. You're looking for someone who's willing to put the work in. Someone who's responsible, someone who takes responsible for what they bring to the table. You're not looking for a player. You're not looking for someone who come in and out energy. You're not looking for breadcrumbing. You're looking for someone. It feels like you would like someone to take it slowly, to come with a solid offer. Someone who wants to build and grow something. Someone who's not scared by working on a relationship. Someone who wants to work on the connection. I get the feeling that in the 3 of Swords in the past that someone wasn't willing to work on the connection. Whenever there was difficulty, they would bolt. Maybe they would bolt to someone else or other situations or drinking or something other than putting the work in. You are also looking for someone, it feels like, collective, that you are someone who is working on their personal transformation. And you're looking for people, someone, a connection where someone is also doing their work, doing the inner work. Feels like you are willing to take responsibility for, co-creating a relationship. Okay, I'm getting that you're wanting a relationship where it's okay to discuss the relationship, where it's feels like you're wanting secure attachments as well. You don't want to feel like you need this person or that they feel that they need you. Wow. All right. So their wants in the relationship is 9 of Swords, darkest fears. So it does look like you both are healing, or somewhere on the healing path towards some type of past relationship with you where there was a third party with them. There's some fears around getting into this connection with you, whether you recognize this or this is someone new coming in. Whatever this connection is, it looks like both of you are worried and have some fears, and it feels like it's around your past connections. Yeah. So your person was betrayed and is recovering from an ultimate betrayal. Feels like you both have that in common. Your person doesn't want to get hurt again, doesn't want to repeat this cycle. I feel like that's why both of you are in your mental body. So far, I don't see any cups at all in this reading. So there's, it feels like you both are keeping your heart guarded. And boy, there are just a lot of fears and worry about trusting. Can I trust myself? Can I trust this person? It looks like your person I get the feeling that your person is really looking at your energy, looking at you, collective, and wants to make sure that you don't have any secrets, that you're not keeping something hidden. I get the feeling that whoever your person was with before, they really deceived them and hid away a lot of aspects of who they really were. I get the feeling like both of you are starting out, at least in your mental body. It feels like you would like to then, once the mental body, those things check out, whatever this person is saying to you, that you have enough time to see if their actions match their words. And if so, then it's kind of like you have reached the next level. And then you'll consider opening that heart space. But until then, you both are staying in that mental body, making sure, taking it slow. Wow. All right. So your differences right now are 7 of Swords. Seek the truth. Differences. 7 of Swords. Okay. Someone is tired of doing it all in the relationship, in a relationship. It doesn't have to be this one, but it feels like they feel like they carried relationships. Someone in this feels like they do it all, that they're burnt out by how much effort it takes to be in relationship. Someone in this connection is riddled with self-doubt. Maybe they lack self-awareness. Maybe they've got a really strong inner critic where there's self-loathing going on and punishing themselves. maybe they don't feel that they're worthy for a relationship. Oh, and now one person can be in this lack of worthiness, feeling insecure and needy, and another person is someone who does it all, who's constantly carrying the burden of the relationship. That dynamic, someone being so insecure and needing constant ego fluffing, and someone who constantly overgives and tries to make up for someone's lack of confidence, someone's insecurities. It looks like the differences that you have I get a feeling that this has been a dynamic in both of your relationships, and neither of you want to assume either of those roles again. It looks like both of you want to heal from this pattern, that you're seeking the truth of why relationships like this have not worked out for you. We'll come back to that, but it feels like that might plug in a little bit. Some similarities that you have in this relationship is Two of Pentacles, find the balance. Feels like you're both trying to juggle a lot. Feels like there's a lot going on right now. Feels like a lot of choices, a lot on both of your plates. Maybe especially pertaining to finances, health, work. Feels like you both are good at juggling a lot and having a lot on your plate. And that is similarities. You both want justice. You both want fairness. You both want clarity and equality and balance. You want the truth. Yes, you want balance, and you want stability and security. Feels like you both can give these qualities to yourself, that you have manifested these qualities or in the process of manifesting these qualities within yourself, and you're not willing to release this balance, to give up this balance that you found, to go back into a relationship where you're overgiving or you're feeling needy and insecure, and in a relationship where you hate yourself. Boy, that's it feels like some really powerful values, a lot of clarity that both of you have about going into a relationship. Does not make for a very interesting Tinder profile, but it makes for very honest about what you bring to the table and what you expect back. That you are not creating all this stability for yourself and the ability to manage and find balance over and over again within yourself just to give that away. You want someone who can bring that to the table. Sure, there's always helping the other person when times are tough. But if it is a chronic and ongoing giving and overgiving to someone who's not receiving, not reciprocating, then it feels like you've learned the lesson. It feels like both of you have learned the lesson that you can't help someone who's not going to help themselves. All right, your emotional compatibility right now is Ace of Swords. Not dealing with emotions, dealing with mental body. You want the truth. You both want the truth. You both want compatibility, like mental compatibility, that you see things relatively similarly. This is not someone and the type of relationship where you both challenge each other's thinking. This feels like you both want to see things relatively the same. Feels like truthful communication, that the more emotionally compatible and safe both of you feel is when you're truthful and honest, even at the detriment of you, of being truthful about the shadow aspects of you, of like both of you being willing to not just talk about your egos and the great qualities that you bring to the table, but also the qualities that you're working on. Wow. Neither of you want to play it small. Neither of you will turn your back on the other when there's an emotional issue. Wow. Wow. This feels like a permission for you, for both of you have, oh, beautiful. Feels like both of you have given each other permission to show up honestly, however you're showing up, and to create and to hold space. That if you are in anger and frustration, in distress, in some type of emotional difficulty, neither of you will turn the back on the other, that you will hold space for each other's emotions. You won't judge each other. Boy, that's very beautiful. Wow. That feels lovely. All right. Physical compatibility is Three of Wands, take the lead. Fire. Physical compatibility between you and this person, whoever this is resonating as. It's very fiery. Feels like you guys are physically, sexually very compatible. I'm getting this, that loving to touch and be touched, to loving being held and holding, loving kissing and being kissed. I mean, there's a lot of physical attraction here. Both of you want to move this relationship forward. Boy, there's a lot of physical compatibility here. It does look like both of you because there's so much fire in this connection, that both of you are worried about. It feels like a newer connection, and because there's so much physical compatibility, that there's worry that this fire that you guys have with each other, that maybe you both are worried that maybe you have this with other people as well. It creates an insecurity, like this much passion. It also feels like at times this physical connection, this physical passion, this brown chicken, brown cow, definitely makes it difficult for you to focus, makes it difficult for you to concentrate and stay grounded. This feels nice. It doesn't feel like either of you are using this connection as just a sexual connection, as just a fiery physical connection. But the amount of intensity and fire in this connection seems to just be bringing up some insecurities that both of you have about from prior relationships. It does not feel like anything that's insurmountable. It feels like something that you can both work through, because you both can have that space of truth and honesty and holding space for each other's emotions. And those emotions also involve the emotions of feeling insecure and worried and jealous. And so it feels like you would have a safe space emotionally to bring up your insecurities and say, you know, I'm working on these. I know this isn't your issue, but I would love to share with you that I'm having these difficulties. It feels like conversations like that create an emotional space of safety, and you both enjoy each other mentally. Well, let's get to the mental compatibility. Is 8 of Swords, helpless and hopeless. So this is being in a mental prison. Okay. Instantly, I get that you guys are such good thinkers that you guys really enjoy being in your mental body a lot. And both of you can get kind of caught up in a storyline, caught up in whatever it is that you're thinking about. And it slows the process down. It creates an anxiety and a fear of seeing the truth. Yes, this type of being creates exhaustion in both of you. And it feels like a pattern that you both have in your mental body, overthinking things, and to the point where you're exhausted. Like I can even feel it exhaust your physical body, overthinking something. Wow, well, you both have that in common. Maybe you both can point that out or help each other with that. Or both of you knowing that that's issues that you have, accepting that, like, oh, I have that too. I'm not currently in 8 of Swords. That was yesterday, but I realized you're in 8 of Swords and you're kind of caught in you can't, it feels like, you know, when you get caught up in something that you're thinking about and you can't let it go. It's got your attention. Something, maybe it borderlines, it feels like obsessive thinking. Well, you both have that in common. as long as I get this feeling that as long as you are compassionate with yourself and you understand this aspect of your own mental hula hoops that you do, your own mental traps that you get into, and the more loving and space that you bring to that, the more you can hold space for each other to also have that. It feels like you could possibly be very understanding. You also could annoy the bejesus out of each other with that. But let's look at possible outcome. So far, I love this. I love this relationship. It feels new, newer, or around the corner. For some of you, all of you are on a different timeline. It feels really delicious. So, all right, so let's see what the possible outcome. Detach. All right, so the possible outcome is 11, detach. Justice, fairness, truth, clarity, equality, balance. Wow. Something stable, something feels like you're both letting go of your past, letting go of some winter that you've been through, letting go of old you, stepping into something very new, something where you feel safe, where there's peace, where you surrender and allow peace. That's quite an outcome, especially considering that the similarities that you have are that you are wanting justice, you're wanting fairness, you're wanting truth and equality and balance. That is what you both, earlier in the reading, what I was saying, your similarities are. And the possible outcome is finding those similarities, is finding that balance. Feels like you can move forward with this person and be, both of you be yourselves, that you have both healed enough from past situations and can come together and keep moving for, it feels like, not needing each other to heal, because it feels like you both have healed a lot. However, there is an element of learning how to be in relationship as the new you. Let's look at messages. So how about messages that you, collective, would like to say to your person? We'll start there. What does collective want to say to their person? I am in a committed relationship. Interesting. Do you not feel free yet? Maybe that's just for some of you. Maybe what else does collective want to say to their person? I can't do this. Wow, you sound, collective, it sounds like your messages are, you're not interested in this. I wonder how you feel. Maybe you're feeling a little insecure about the connection. Both of you want mental clarity and truth. I can't be with you. Wow. I did not expect, these are pretty consistent. These are big, like, it doesn't feel like you collective that you are on some level that you are interested in this person. Boy, this is taken a turn. I thought this felt really good and in agreement, but there's an aspect of you, collective, that's not sure about this connection. Let's see what your person, collective, wants to say to you. What does the collective's person want to say to collective? I don't know what comes next. So both of you are feeling insecure, not quite sure. Messages from collective's person to collective. You didn't see my tears. Your intellect arouses me. I am waiting patiently. So from what I'm getting, the energy around the messages, it feels like, collective, that you might not be ready for this connection, whether you're still with someone else or you don't know how they feel. You don't feel that this is doable, but it feels like they have a little bit more wiggle room, that they're waiting. Maybe you didn't see my tears. Maybe something happened and your person made you angry, did something, and you perceive them as not having remorse. It looks like it looks like your person really does. This is a lot of mental body energy, a lot of swords. And it looks like your person really is very interested with how you perceive things, how your intellect is, how you can communicate from that space. And they don't know what happens. But it feels like at least right now, it feels like a hard no from you, or a no. And it feels like a maybe from your person. So, wow, that's a shocker. I really, as I was tuning into this, it felt like it has a lot of potential. And it does. It still does. So, all right, that's your love reading. I hope that was helpful. Thank you. Bye.